Me again. Okay, I've decided today I want to stay more focused on solutions and more positive focus rather than focusing on the pain and the misery. Where people get attached to using a little too much alcohol or, trying this, a little try that, and ultimately getting to opioids, which treats pain, or so-called it does. Often it's a double-edged sword. It's causing much or more pain than the original problem to begin with. So what I'm going to talk about is a therapy which I believe is a useful solution. It may not be the ultimate solution, but it's a good part of the way, the pathway to get to where you need to be, pain-free and off drugs. I use a technique called Bio-electrode Therapy. You can go to my website, www.bio-electrodetherapy.com, and you'll see me treating many different people with all kinds of drug and alcohol problems and all kinds of pain and misery. And I'll tell you, it's the best job in the world. I started initially 40 years ago thinking I might be able to treat ease a little pain, a little suffering here and there. And in those 40 years, I've evolved this method. And I have many other techniques, which I will talk about in future videos. But today I just want to address this because these are my favorite. All one needs to do, doesn't matter what the pain is, these are copper and silver electrodes in a water-based solution. And there's a couple other little safe ingredients in there, but nothing special. It's very simple, and they're very cheap. Anybody can buy these. There is another solution that I use. This is it's called Westmore silicone. And to keep these little babies on, one needs something. I've tried crazy glue. I've tried tattooing them on. I've tried, all kinds of different things and approaches, but this is the absolute best. It'll keep your electrodes on for days at a time. And when they start to come off, you can put another little application of it on, and bingo, you got another few days. So that was a big breakthrough for me. Now, what I do with these is I simply put them on my fingers and my toes, and I have other systems or placements for different issues, but we're talking today about the opioid crisis, and so we put the electrodes on one hand and one foot, or you can do it on both feet and both hands. It doesn't matter. The ultimate end game is the same. You're free of pain and misery. Not only the original pain that you came in with, but also the anguish of withdrawal management, detoxification. And so when you attach, in this case, I'm just going to show you this. This is a silver electrode, and I put a copper electrode on the toe next to my big toe. And they kind of match up, there's the big toe, and there's the toe next to the big toe, and that's, well, they don't quite match up, but it's close. Go to my website and you'll see an example of how to put them on, precisely where to put them on to extinguish the anguish and misery of opioid withdrawal. Or, well, the other ones, cocaine doesn't have the same degree of physical pain and discomfort, or crack or methamphetamine doesn't either, but it will also help with those conditions a lot. Help you calm your mind and get more grounded. And what happens when we put them on from here to the toe? I get a microcurrent. It's called bioelectricity, and it travels from that point, the silver electrode, to the copper electrode on the toe next to the big toe. And when that current flows through that, and it almost happens instantly, you'll get almost instant relief of any of the issues that you have in that particular meridian. You treat all the meridians. You can treat a lot of different things, systemic things, fibromyalgia, arthritis, opioid withdrawal, but many other things as well. And you have to see it to believe it. I don't blame anybody for being skeptical that such a simple solution as these and these could have such a miraculous beneficial effect on easing not only a little pain, but all the pain. As long as you keep them on, you will be pain-free, because when you have these on, that electrical current, which is traveling through your system, through the electrical grid of your body, also known as the Chinese medicine meridian system, it balances the electrolytes, it balances the pH, it promotes ATP production, so you've got more energy. You just feel more grounded and connected. It calms your mind. Helps with relieves your craving and anxiety and the cramping and the aching and insomnia and so on. So these are cheap and anybody can do it. You can just I have a $25 app on my website, and you can get that, and it will show you with graphic illustrations where to put the point for whatever the condition is. You just put migraine, you put neck pain, back pain, opioids, whatever it is, tooth pain. Shows you where to put them and place them on with these. The beauty of these little devices, and I've tried many different techniques to administer, but here's a point that requires a copper right there. So there's a copper. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's there. So they have these doe foot bottles, and they're so simple and handy. You give them a little bit of a shake, and then you just take out the doe foot, and you can apply it, and toes and fingers, but other points in the body too. I've been doing a technique with a different type of electrodes. They're called, this one is gold-plated and silver-plated electrodes, and they work great. In fact, they generate a voltage in your system. It harnesses and directs 0.74 volts from one electrode, from the gold to the silver. And again, placing them on the toes and the fingers. I'm doing one technique right now, placing a gold, I call it the golden bindi, and a gold electrode right here and a silver right here. Treats back pain, but it does much more than that. It connects what the Chinese call the yin and the yang. It connects this energy pathway that cycles up my back, up my spine, across the front, and down the conception vessel, and creates a loop. And it's an interesting protocol, and it's working very effectively for treating back pain and other problems. Just feeling more comfortable. But anyway, so that's all I'm going to talk about today. And you check my website. I'm almost got it done, changing a few things around, but you can purchase these products off my website, or you can go direct to the companies. The price will be about the same, and give it a try. Costs you nothing, and you might be pain-free. Imagine that. Or you might be off drugs. I encourage people not to just depend on my techniques alone. I think you need a lot of supports for coming off drugs in particular, so to help you with relapse prevention and just post-acute withdrawal, because when you get clean for a period of time, you're very vulnerable to overdosing because you lose your tolerance to drugs. And so I always suggest to people to keep on using this for a post-acute withdrawal, for early recovery, and it'll keep you steady. It'll keep you pain-free and help with craving and sleeping and all that. But anyway, enough is enough, and I'll see you in another video in the near future. Thank you. Bye now.